Good morning. It's Friday. Hope everyone's getting ready for the weekend. Today's morning shave is going to be with Barrister and Man Cologne Russe. And being that I'm Russian, I have been waiting to shave with this for a little while. And I've got the aftershave splash to go with it. And my razor today is going to be Northshore Razor. Okay, Scott Ferguson just made this for me. This is a beautiful three-piece vintage Gillette fat handle tech, and he made the handle and the top cap and the bottom cap in yellow, black with a white stripe, like the Imperial Russian flag from the early 1900s. It's beautiful. And inside it I have a Dorco Prime. My brush today is going to be my Perfect WoodWorks brush that Leo Friot made me. And it also has the Imperial Russian flag on it. The difference is that in the bottom of it, it has the Romanov Russian money. It's actual coin from 1915 that has my family crest on it. And on the other side of the coin is my name imprinted Romanov in Russian. So this is a really cool set. I had this made, so excellent job, gentlemen. And I've got this blooming. So let me tell you a little bit about Cologne Russe. So this is a take on a Russian cologne that the royal family liked a lot. It's lemon and bergamot with petitgrain. And if you don't know what petitgrain is, it's an oil extracted from the leaves and the twigs of a bitter orange tree. It also has herbs with violet, rose, bay, amber, and vanilla. So it's got a very nice scent to it. It's actually very, very nice. If you have not tried it, I would highly suggest you do. So I'm going to just pour out the rest of my bloom water into the sink. And I'm going to start loading up my brush. Let me get this right. Leo made this brush for me. It's got a 26mm 2-band finest in it. This soap just goes off like gangbusters. It is fantastic. I'm going to even drop a little bit about that stuff off. Plenty. And what we'll do is, like I always say, if I get to my third pass and I need a little hit, I'll always go back to the puck. So I like his 26mm 2-band finest. It's a little scritchy, just a little bit, compared to a silver tip 3-band. But I like it because it's a little more firm and it lifts the hairs up and exfoliates a little better. Very nice. Look at the cushion on this soap. Excellent, excellent. It's beautiful. So let's do our first pass. So with this razor, it's a 3-piece razor. So what I did was I tighten it all the way down and then I'll bring it out a half a turn. And what that does is that loosens up the bottom cap from the top cap a little so that I can increase the aggressiveness a little of the edge. Excellent. Works very well with vintage razors. And Scott Ferguson puts a little rubber gasket in between the handle and on the threads of the top cap so that it gives you that little bit of pressure. Well, today my boss is moving to Chicago. So we're having a little going away party for him at Bo Camper's restaurant. And from what it looks like I'm trusted enough where they're not replacing him. So he's going to still be my boss, but from a distance. So it feels nice to be trusted, you know? Of course, I'm a pretty good photographer, so at least I think so. I'm a legend in my own mind. Excellent. Very, very nice. Look at this. And the scent on this stuff is fantastic. You really get that lemon and the bergamot and the petitgrain. Most people wouldn't know what that is, but the bitter orange tree, I mean, it really, you could smell it. It's very, this is perfect for Florida, by the way. So for you that don't know, Scott Ferguson, who made this razor, what he did was he owns Northshore Razors, and he takes the razor apart that you send him. He sandblasts it, completely refurbishes it, and then gun coats it with gun coating. I know there's another guy out there that does this, but I hold my loyalty to Scott for a couple of reasons. One mainly being he does an amazing job for the price. He's probably half the price or so of one of these other guys. And what you find too is when you go to ship him your razor, he's very thorough. You actually talk to Scott, and he's in Hawaii. That's where he lives, in Hawaii. I truly like dealing with individual artisans instead of corporations or large companies where you call up and you're put on a list, or you're talking to somebody that is an employee, you know. Perfect. So that's one of the things that I like. I mean, look at Leo. You can go out and you could find, this soap is not so slick. It's slick like you wouldn't believe. Sorry, I changed the subject. You can call Leo. You can message him over at Perfect WoodWorks. That's his shop in Louisiana. And Leo will duplicate anything practically. I mean, I have a bunch of brushes that he made for me. So I know that, you know, if you have a vintage brush and you like the look of it, but you would like a new updated version of it, Leo can make that for you. He definitely makes that happen. Not to mention, you know, he makes pens from what I see, and bowls and all kinds of woodworking stuff too. Not just acrylics, he works with woods mainly. But you should check him out for sure. That little turn in the handle makes a huge difference. You might look at this razor on eBay, like where I got mine from, eBay, and you might look at it and say, oh, you know, just the raw looking version, the regular undone one, and say, oh, it just looks, it looks scary. Well, to me, it's actually very mild until you loosen the handle up a little bit. Once you loosen the handle up, it actually gets a little more aggressive where the shave feels better. You can hear feedback, so it's very good. The other thing is, if you're the guy that likes a very mild shave, just leave it tight. It puts pressure on the top cap to squeeze in closer to the bottom cap. The tighter you make it, obviously. And you know, I could make this even more aggressive if I wanted by loosening another half a turn. But I like it exactly the way it is. It's very nice. Okay. Excellent. My coffee is cooking. So I'm going to take the aftershave and I'm going to douse myself with some. It's the alcohol base, so it's got a little bit of burn to it, but it burned off in no time. Very nice. Very nice. So my shave today, thank you guys for watching, was Cologne Russe, Russian cologne, and matching aftershave by Barrister and Mann. And my razor and my brush were Scott Ferguson from Northshore Razor and Leo Friel from Perfect WoodWorks. So, artisan made, love it. So, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments and I'll get back to them. And have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And smoke some cigars, drink some bourbon, and have a even better, amazing shave. Take care, my friends.